Call this the most iconic matchup in the history of the GTR Dynasty. And every time they play, it seems like the stakes are high. We have another high stakes matchup between Big Slime and AD in the semifinals of the college football playoff. I'm Hail State, joined by P. Cola, and we're going to get into this matchup here in a second. But P, how are you feeling today? What's the vibes here in Miami for the Orange Bowl?
I'm feeling cold as hell. I'm hopeful that the Orange Bowl vibes are gonna warm me up a little bit. I know these guys are hoping that it's not gonna be a rain game. Orange Bowl is pretty famous for having rain games, so let's see what we got here.
Well, we know the weather in Florida can get a little crazy. We'll see what the weather is as we load into this game. Hard Rock Stadium. You know, I miss the old Orange Bowl, and I think that I'm not alone in that. I think that Hard Rock Stadium's kind of an L compared to the old place. But there seems to be not a raindrop in sight as the Arizona State Sun Devils in their all-black unis get ready to take the field. A night game here in Miami, so you know the vibes are high around the city. Both fan bases, both coaches descended upon the little town that is Miami, Florida, and have been making this place pop like it normally does whenever the big shows come to town. As here come the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Could this be the last time they take the field with Big Slime as their head coach?
Ooh. You know, I was gonna say this is about the only time this stadium ever sells out. Also, just
Yeah.
a little dig at my rival.
Well, the stadium is about, I don't believe the stadium is in the core of Miami, so it is. We know how city traffic can get to get out to see
It's
a
definitely not on their campus, that's for sure.
yeah, we know how traffic can get out to see a subpar football team most years. Although this year they are on the playoff, so they managed to put one together. The
Similar colors
Cox
in the crowd there. Can't tell
will
who's
kick it
got the home
off.
field advantage.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say Arizona State just because I see more yellow, but obviously that doesn't mean there's probably a lot of maroon as well. As Arizona State will start with this ball at the 25, and we are underway.
All
Piccolo, we got a
99s.
doubleheader tonight, confirmed at least. After this one, we will see a Big
Oh,
Ten West Coast showdown in the other semifinal between the Oregon Ducks and the USC Trojans. So we have at least another game coming your way. Could the national championship be it not? In my honest opinion, it should be, as
oh
the
yeah.
handoff goes for a gain of 3.
We'll have to get our honey and lemon juice ready here. We're doing a
Yeah.
lot of talking tonight.
Oh yeah, that's gonna wear me out. It's exactly what I need to do off the just recovering from a little cold. I've been dealing with some sore throat issues, and so that's exactly what the doctor ordered, I'm sure. We're line up in empty for Arizona State. Fake the motion, said LaRue back out wide. And we know AD, he does not like to stick to the play art. He likes to draw up his own thing. So that's what he's going to do right now. Right now the crowd, of course, being in a neutral site, going to allow him to do that. Dropping back, he's got pressure hit as he throws, and a 3rd and 7 already.
It was not too many men rushing. I don't know if it's 3 or 4, but he just put a dynamite spin move on him. You know, that's I don't know how you pronounce that guy's name, but there's 2 of them on that team. At least there was last year. And supposedly they're not brothers. Heck of a move by that
Oh, they're
guy.
not brothers. Well, I've broadcasted the whole quarterfinal game like they were, and it was never corrected. So maybe they are, maybe they're not. Who really knows? Might be
Big time
same
third
mother,
down
different
here.
father type deal. Fakes the motion once again. Gonna back up off the line of scrimmage now. Still got 3 stacked out to his left. Dropping back, looking. Looks like a similar play. He's got the comeback route, misses him just an inch. And do you punt? I mean, if I'm truth be told, I don't think either of these punters see this field tonight.
Yeah, very highly unlikely. Man, going for it here.
Yeah, this is risky. I would punt, right? But I'm not in the semifinals this year, so what do I know?
Press action on 4th and 7.
Yeah, same formation too. He's going to give a similar look. 4th and 7. Got a man over the middle. The quick little post route gets open, and the Sun Devils have a first down.
Man, he was all over him, too. It was on 4th down, you're going to go for it. You want to draw something up where the guy is wide open. That was sketchy.
Yeah, the pressure didn't get there quick enough. Seemed like Carolina stacked the box trying to show blitz and then only sent 4, and the Sun Devil O-line was able to pick that up. And they get this ball out to the 38. Yep, that's the man that is seemingly in the center of these two as a handoff goes up the middle. He has some room, pulled down by the safety, but a big gain for Gideon Davidson, the Clemson transfer, trying to make an impact here early.
You know, I'll point that out as probably one of the most determining things that's going to have an outcome on this game is the run game from AD. He's a hell of a passer. Everybody knows he's a hell of a passer. And sometimes if the run game doesn't work early, he kind of gives up on it. If he can get the run game going, it's going to be really tough to stop.
Yeah, he'll try again, but the fullback seemingly got in the way of that handoff. It's going to be a loss of 2. Jarvis Washington in on the stop. That is, yeah, fullback gets in the way there, and the center just misses his block there, or the pulling guard, rather.
What was that, right?
We'll bring up 2nd and 12. Still going to be stacked out this time to the right. Tight end lined up to the left. Running back in the backfield. South Carolina making an adjustment, tightening up that line, trying to prevent an inside run. He'll drop back to throw. He's looking. He has the zig, and he will get pulled down short for a gain of 7. He'll bring up 3rd and 5.
Normally, you'd feel pretty good if you're on defense, but, you know, he's going for it on 4th down, so we got to get 2 stops here.
Well, South Carolina showing blitz here, pressing up close to the line. Can they get a man open downfield? No, but Davidson on the crosser makes a man miss. He picks up a block, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Arizona State. The Sun Devils strike first off of a quick check down that goes the distance. Gideon Davidson, you know, things have been said about how he has not been able to produce up to par with some of the other running backs across the country. Well, he's making some noise here early, and an 8-play, 76-yard drive ends in a touchdown for the Sun Devils.
Man, you know, he didn't use Davidson very much earlier in the year. He kind of saved him for the late run, and it's starting to look like it's paying off for him.
Now South Carolina's offense will take the field. This Wildcat-heavy look usually, we'll see how much he utilizes that. He likes to utilize that against teams that seemingly do not have the speed to cover it well. I think that if anybody can do it, it's Arizona State. So it'll be interesting to see how much he comes out in that. As, well, we're going to see at the first play.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how much of that we're going to see, but it looks like we're going to see an awful lot of it, at least to start off with.
We will see. Sometimes he likes to sneak a quarterback out there and throw out of that, but this time he'll get it out wide. Can he pick up a block? He can. It's going to be a first down for the Gamecocks to start off on the first play of scrimmage. Kevion Robinson, the senior running back, on the little sweep, gets a gain of about 12.
Classic big slime.
Well, now we will see the quarterback. I'm assuming it is St. Clair. But we'll see. Sometimes he runs Underwood out there as well. It is St. Clair. With a Heisman-winning Walker in the backfield.
Trips
Arizona State
boundary.
showing pressure.
Oh!
Ball's on the turf. The Sun Devils pick it up. What a play from Michael Bogowski.
Not
the
that
senior
man.
linebacker. Blowing up the Heisman Trophy, went on the first or the second play of the game, and Arizona State is going to take over in the red zone.
Wow. What a momentum changer.
That is unreal. Quick little RPO bubble out to the wide receiver, going to get stuffed after a gain of 2. But what a play from that young man on defense. Is the Heisman winner a little shaken up after that? He was seen on the sideline kind of just nodding his head. And he did take a trip over to the medical tent to make sure that he is still good to go. But maybe a little bit of nerves coming in for the Heisman winner.
He caused me to fumble the ball last game. That's back-to-back games causing a fumble. That's pretty hard to do in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate for Big Slime, as now you're looking at a 2-score deficit before this first quarter even ends potentially. Unless you can
Look at
get a
this
turnover
defensive
here.
formation here.
Cantrell rolling, has Davidson. He's going to have to find a way to mark him up out of the backfield. He's been a nightmare so far for this South Carolina passing defense. He does get stopped short. It'll bring up 3rd and inches. We'll see what Arizona State comes out in.
You know, that's a good point about 9 being an issue so far, because normally when I think of AD, I don't think of him throwing to his running back too much. I think that's maybe a wrinkle he game planned, or...
Well, we'll see. South Carolina certainly showing pressure here. How much will they send? Shifts the offense to the right. Cantrell. RPO. Out to the tight end. Katie pick up a block. And on the Hail State special, the tight end flat out of the RPO is going to go all the way, and Arizona State takes a 2-score lead.
Well,
I mean, this is exactly the start you draw up if you're Arizona State. You just can't make it any better. So you see down there on the ticker the other game, some people, well, actually most people, I think would say that this is definitely the best 2 teams left in the playoff. But South Carolina's got to show a sign of pulse here on offense. It's a Wildcat formation yet again.
that was something I was going to bring up to you there too, was you go down too many points too early and you kind of got to scrap this Wildcat. This is key for South Carolina to get a score here.
Yeah, and you either got to have a miracle where you just take the whole second quarter on a drive, or you got to score quick, because you can't go in halftime down multiple scores if you want to keep running this offense.
Right. If anybody can milk that whole quarter, it would definitely be Big Slime.
Well, the bunch formation, going to send a man out to the right. It'll be a handoff to the Heisman winner. He has some space, gets a first down, is one cut away from taking it to the house. That speed burst there by Mr. Walker. I asked him about this in the quarterfinals, if there was any relation to Herschel Walker, and if that would maybe be a selling point in maybe taking him to Georgia after this game, or after the season rather. But I was not given a conclusive answer on that, but he'll hand it off to him again there for a gain of 8, and that might bring us to the end of the quarter.
Saucy has had quite a great group of running backs of his years playing college football game. This dude, he's right up there with the best of them.
So we'll see. They will snap this ball. Looking. He's got a man! Does he connect? He connects with the other team! It's picked off by the safety! And Arizona State gets another takeaway!
He had him. 2 steps on him at least.
St. Clair with a costly mistake, underthrowing the ball. And AD will get this ball to start the second quarter.
Wow. AD, myself, and Big Slime, we've talked before about our passing settings, and we've said how Big Slime has the perfect touch on those deep balls. Wow, I've never seen that. He never underthrows it. Uh-oh.
And Davidson has a room. Davidson gets a first down. Well, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like that just lost in the game or anything. Still plenty of time. But you've seen, his one loss in the SEC title game, Mississippi State came back, made him throw, and forced him to throw the ball. And that was Blake Woodsby that picked him off on an underthrow, and State ended up winning the game. That's his only loss on the year. Also had a costly underthrow in the quarterfinal that turned into, I think it wasn't a pick six, but it returned it down to the 5. St. Clair not having a great postseason. I just will point that out.
He's young. From what I remember, he's pretty young.
South Carolina pressing up now.
Oh.
That could be a deathly mistake. The slot was open. We know how much AD loves a slot receiver, but he gets it to the tight end. Pinkerson gets a gain of 6. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. Can South Carolina get the stop they need? They need a stop right now more than ever.
A lot of action going on over there on that 3 receiver side.
I gotta say, this is kind of a backwards look for Carolina's defense, asking for somebody to get open. The comeback route was 2 more seconds. That slot was wide open once again.
If LaRue wasn't on a comeback, on just a streak, he had a couple steps there.
Well, now Cantrell. With a bunch formation out to the right side of the field, he'll roll over there. He has the out route, and it's almost a first down. They're going to rule him short.
Just wide open.
Yeah, Carolina right now looking like they can't stop a parked car. They've got to find something here. So it's 2nd and inches. Doing his own little thing, making his own play. Crosser. Oh, he's open. He was picked. Both South Carolina defenders ran into him, and he's ran down and pushed out of bounds eventually.
I mean, it just seems like he always dials up a perfect play call. They get a man look, he runs a mesh concept, gets tangled up, wide open.
This Arizona State Sun Devils team, hungry, looking for a 2nd straight trip to the national title game. Dropping back, gonna get tackled short.
Good job there by the South Carolina defense.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They rallied the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
2nd and goal. He's open. Leroy. I called him Leroy again. LaRue. Touchdown, Arizona State. The Sun Devils looking to make this one a blowout in the early stages.
Gotta wonder if Lane Kiffin is focused on his job or if he's already got UGA on his mind.
That's what I was about to point out. I mean, is this taking an effect on the players? You know, can they really stay motivated knowing where their coach is going?
Like we were talking about earlier, now, you know, you can't really run the ball, right? I mean, you say that to Saucy, and he says, let me show you.
I mean, I think you can here. Just because you definitely want to try and make this the last drive of the half. Walker, he's got space! Jaden Walker! Will he be caught? He will get hawked. But a big run there. Yeah. That's what South Carolina needs. Just a little bit of life.
He gets the ball at the half? I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Like you say, we've got to kill this clock here.
Vivian St. Clair. Another handoff to Walker. Gets a gain of about 6.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing.
I've definitely seen Big Slime with some big-time comebacks. One of them happened against myself, but this would be right up there with, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to bring out bad memories, but South Carolina's last performance in the Orange Bowl was a polar opposite of what we're seeing today so far. Walker up the gut. He barely got the first down.
That's okay, though.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards.
So on 1st and goal.
The way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's 1st and goal.
Clock now rolling under a minute. Walker again, inside zone again. Burst of speed, he gets pulled down. And now Arizona State calls timeout.
Real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just
Sorry, I had to step away for a second. You said Arizona State called a timeout here? They're trying to get some
Yeah,
more
they did.
points on the board? Wow.
Here comes Bryce Underwood for South Carolina. He'll take the QB blast. He had a touchdown if he cuts
had 2 or
up.
3 lanes, didn't he?
obviously to hit some big plays.
Wow.
Gotta be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also
Yeah.
football.
A huge mistake there. Now on 3rd and goal from the 4. It is the direct snap, and it is going nowhere. He actually gets a gain of 2.
I think they saw that coming.
Yeah, and I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can take your field goal here. I don't think that does much for you.
You know, this is the formation I ran last night versus him in this basically same situation here.
Well, Arizona State looking to keep the Gamecocks off of the board, and they won't do it. Ran the same play. And the South Carolina Gamecocks are mercifully on the board.
Much needed.
I mean, if you're Arizona State, you're definitely expecting him to throw that ball.
Are you?
I mean, he runs 3 times. He can't get. He gets stuffed. I figured that he would have taken it to the air there.
I was just about to say, you know, normally when I always say this is about the time, right? Like less than a minute that defense almost has an advantage because, you know, the offense is pushing it. You maybe can get a pick, right? Going against AD, I don't know.
Well, that's about the last thing that AD can afford right now. That comeback route, once again, just cooking them.
Dude, it's so hard to stop.
38 seconds left. Arizona State, no timeouts, so they got to go quick.
Getting a little pressure.
And another comeback route to the other side.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense
This is unbelievable.
doing a nice job of moving him around. The
Not
defense
for
knew
me.
coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the
I mean,
way
he's
they're
just getting
utilizing
cooked
him
by the
is making
same
it
route,
very
same
challenging to be
concepts,
able to create the
really.
matchups that the defense wants.
Here comes a first down pass attempt.
Driving back.
I saw
Yep,
it
he's
all the
got a
way.
step, and he
Oh!
overthrows him.
Did he overthrow or did the DB make a play?
He overthrew that.
Was it? Okay.
LaRue just put a little too much gas into it.
Oh, yes, he did. Wow. LaRue
I
was a
mean, that's not as
burner.
costly as St. Clair's mistake, but 7 points left on the board for the Sun Devils.
Yeah, I'd much rather overthrow it than underthrow it, that's for sure.
There's the snap. They'll set up to throw.
Dropping back. Zig route. Can he get tackled in bounds? He gets out of bounds.
Short of the first down marker.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Now Contrell on 3rd and 6.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down.
Crosser. Tackled in bounds. Got to go quick. 19 seconds. Gets the first down. Clock will stop while they move the chains.
We come up and quickly
And they spike it with 15 to go.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Quarterback making some changes at the line.
Now Contrell on 2nd and 10.
Looking to pass here on second down.
Looking. Zig route once again.
After a short gain.
Gain of 4.
Gaining decent yards.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver
Gotta be to the sideline or the end zone.
he gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
South Carolina used that to their advantage.
And he'll drop back here on third down.
Looking. Again. Oh, my goodness. That would have been another first down. But the low
That's-
ball.
That's the 3rd bad throw I've seen already this game from him.
Well, let's see. I said it'd be unlikely the kickers or the punters saw the field, but on this situation, I think this is definitely the smart move.
Oh, yeah. You have to.
Can he knock it down? And it is good. Arizona State increases their lead to 3 possessions here.
But Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime.
It's only 3, but that's just the extra possession, man.
And a misfire there on the
Uh-oh.
as he goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide
South Carolina's going to get a shot at this from the 40. I mean, I think you got to take it. I don't think you can take this in the half.
one more play before they head to the locker room.
Oh, no. He's got prevent defense on. Sweep out to Walker. Can he pick up a block? Spin. Does he get by the last guy? I just knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little shocked to see the prevent defense versus Wildcat.
We're going to halftime. The Sun Devils up 17. South Carolina, you get stopped here, and it's looking very bleak.
This one away.
But Go on down to Brink on the sideline. Brink, did you talk to the coaches?
No, neither were willing to talk to the media. They were both very focused on the job at hand. But I did overhear one of the other members of the media from South Carolina saying, "This is why Lane Kiffin didn't coach Ole Miss."
Mm.
Well, maybe some sense of truth from the media. Oh, the linebackers are all over it. The the edge. On the stop. Loss
Just
of
comes
one.
through untouched.
But you know the coaches are telling him to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
I mean, that guy must have thought he struck gold.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11.
Second and 11, Arizona State in the 3-3 stack. It's a verticals look. Oh
He just ran out of
my!
bounds.
He steps out of bounds before he throws it away. So
Young
now
fella.
it'll be third and area code. That's unreal. That's another just big boo-boo by this young quarterback. Arizona State backing up. You just can't get beat deep with anything here. Dropping back. He has a shot to the slot receiver. It is caught!
Wow.
He makes the grab down to the 19-yard line.
Arizona State only had one guy back there covering two people. And he still, was in great spot. Just mossed him.
South Carolina keeping the game alive. That's St. Clair's first completion of the day.
Is it really?
That's what the
Holy
ticker just told
cow.
me. Gain of 4 on the run.
No adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Second down after that run on
Now on 2nd and 6, Underwood will hit the field.
from the shotgun.
Hand off to Walker. Swallowed up on the edge there, loss of 3. Another freshman making big impact there.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down.
3rd and 9.
Back to throw. It's St. Clair.
St. Clair hit as he throws, incomplete. Had a man over the middle, bring up 4th and 9. And what do
What
you
happened?
do?
Oh, look at that. The tackle didn't even put his hands on him. He just opened the
getting
door.
brutalized by this Arizona State front 7. Well, they're going for it.
When
I
the-
think you'd kick the field goal here to keep the game alive.
Yeah, I don't hate that. When the front 4 gets pressure like that off of no blitz, wow.
That is insane. That's just the gift that this Arizona State front 7 keeps on giving Coach Jarvis Lee. They will snap it. Got to get 7 yards to keep this one alive. He throws over the middle. He had his hands on it, but the hit jars the ball free, and Arizona State takes over on downs.
It's the same guy that came down with the catch earlier.
Well,
Man.
now you have to have it if you're Carolina. You've got to get a turnover. You've got to get a 3 and out. You got to do something here. Something pretty magnificent. This is not the start you wanted if you're South Carolina. He already has a fresh set of downs.
Just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. There's the handoff.
Cantrell, hands off. He has some space. Gideon Davidson dancing down the sideline. He gets pulled down at the 24.
Oh, Lord. Wow.
Made one man miss, and he seemingly got tripped up with the ref. Now this handoff goes to a different running back who makes a man miss. Takes a hard hit. That's Chris Johnson Jr. Oh, man. Sauce in his days coaching in this stadium, actually, over in a different league with Chris Johnson Jr. He knows that guy very well. But Davidson, he gets out of that and he gets a first down.
There's been some glitchy interactions happen in the last 2 plays there.
Will this be the final play of the quarter? Flips the offense around, and he will not get the snap off. Hold your 4s up. A lot of forks going up. A lot of forks going up around the stadium right now.
The Amish have got their forks up.
This is the rematch of the national championship game last year. It is all Sun Devil. They are 5 minutes away from a trip back to the national championship game if they could just hold off a comeback.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set.
Barring a miracle here.
Receiver in motion now.
He throws it, it's picked! The RPO bubble is red, and one tackle saves a touchdown. South Carolina gets a lifeline to start the fourth quarter. William Clyde, the sophomore corner. Wow. I thought for sure he was just going to take that run, just bottle it up, but he gets greedy. Well, 4:58.
Can Big Slime capitalize here?
He throws a risky route to the tight end, who breaks a couple tackles, gets shedded down after a gain of 4. Guy. It is a big dude. It's a very big dude. 2nd and 6. This clock is just tick, 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 ticking. He has some people open. He decides to go to the tight end again. And he's hit. And it jars the ball free. St. Clair. Crosser. First down. And a little bit more. Got to get up to this line here. Dropping back, looking. He's just going to scramble with it out of bounds. Still going to go with his hurry-up look.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
St. Clair looking.
Ooh.
He looks over the middle. It's incomplete.
Arrive the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
With this big a fourth quarter deficit, defense playing smart, very well prepared for these 4 verts. Quarterback's going to have to find a way to deliver accurate passes downfield.
4 minutes left in this game for the Gamecocks to have a miracle.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair. The pass rush.
St. Clair facing pressure, goes deep, and it's intercepted again. Picked off by the other safety. He's going to run it all the way down to the 41. Ryan Niblett making the grab.
Entire football game here. They knew they had a lot.
That
And
was like
oh,
the same play that he had
baby.
where he mossed him earlier.
Now they get a critical
Niblett not getting mossed again.
Grinding away with a running game.
Davidson on the handoff gets a gain of 5.
I know this defense works very
You know, there were talks after last game. Big Slime said they were going to build him a statue in Columbia.
he's already
The people said if he wins,
Run on the previous play.
he's got to have a miracle to get that statue built.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. 2nd down, we're going to throw it.
Cantrell. Dump off to Davidson. Davidson just trying to use his speed to get to the edge there. He gets the first down.
got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the right decisions and make
Now Cantrell will hand to Johnson. Gets pulled down after a gain of 3. This clock's just ticking. It in South Carolina right now, making no effort to stop it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it might be all she wrote here.
Well, I don't mean to pour salt in an open wound to the people of Columbia, but generational coach you've had at the start of CFB 26, and there is
The nail in the
AD's
coffin.
signature slot receiver touchdown, gritting the night away. The Sun Devils are going to pick up the win. But yeah, the people of Columbia have had a generational coach with sauce, and they even had a, well, so coach last game. Still, I think South Carolina is up there for like one of the most used teams in this league's history.
Yeah.
No championships to show for.
Well, this is the best coach they've ever had, and they probably will ever have. And it still wasn't enough to get it done.
You just gonna pass up on Big Bet Beatty like that?
I said probably.
Okay. Sweep out there. Pulled down. South Carolina gonna run hurry up here. Fighting to the end. Do they get snap off? They do. They'll pitch to the other side. He's got nowhere to go. Bottled up.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here.
On 3rd and 7.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Gotta have your pass protection in order in this play.
It's a 5-wide look.
Dropping back, it's St. Clair.
St. Clair dropping back, looking, takes the route to the tight end, pulled down short. 4th and 1.
Enough for 1st down, so it brings up a 4th and short.
What do they got?
Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man.
Crosser, Smith again, 1st down.
The big fellow.
Pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Looking to throw
Yeah,
it
this
down.
clock is just running away. He will take a shot down the slot, knocked away.
Cannot connect on the deep ball.
defense today.
That's Bimmage Jr. on coverage for that one.
Bimage, is that how we're pronouncing that?
I guess.
Okay.
How else would you pronounce it?
I don't know.
Bimage?
Yeah, maybe.
It's second down.
Oh.
The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down.
Crosser to Smith.
Big tight end.
Gain of 5.
Linebacker. What a tackle. Ball hurried to the line here with the clock running. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Running back has it on
Screenplay out to Walker. He spins the other way. And timeout taken by Carolina on 4th and 8.
something they didn't like about what they saw there.
Thought you were going to tell me AD called a timeout.
That would be a little much.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down.
4th and 8.
So early mid-
Oh, and it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
Fourth and 13.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a 4th down completion.
Underwood
Out of the pocket.
in trouble. Throws, and he's going to be hit.
Complete the defense. Makes a big 4th down.
And that'll all but do it
They just had to go for this, Chris. Pretty obvious. Not much of a choice. Down
for the Arizona State Sun Devils.
aggressive. You got to
They're going to wrap up a win over what many people consider to be their biggest threat on the run to another national championship. Cantrell,
Takes a knee here.
with one more knee down, will do it. What a performance by Coach Jarvis, Sleeves, and the boys. A lot of South Carolina fans can be seen hanging their heads knowing that this is the last game. The big slime will be on the sideline. It's emotional for the people of Columbia, South Carolina. The end of an era.
You say emotional, and I'm wondering if we're going to see any fisticuffs over there between coaches and players.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see where these young men that represent South Carolina end up. Will they be wearing the jersey next year? Will they be in Athens? Will they be somewhere else? You never know.
have a chance
But for now, that is no concern of ours.
in the playoff.
The Sun Devils await whoever comes out of Oregon USC in an all West Coast finale for I think the first time in league history.
They're just one
Oh, it's got to be.
away from the victory.
Arizona State, champions of the Orange Bowl, champions of the CFP semifinal by a final score of 31-7. A dominant performance, all things considered, for Jarvis Sleeves as Keelan Cantrell, the sophomore QB, gets player of the game. Sponsored by Discover. They're probably really angry at us. We never say that. We can get into post-game interviews. We can start with AD. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of questions for Coach Jarvis here. Big performance here today. Did your guys kind of feel like that was your biggest task on the way to a natty? And now is it kind of a relief that they're behind you?
Well, I mean, anytime you can beat Big Slime is definitely a relief. He's a tremendous player. We've played many times. We know each other really well. Anytime you can beat Big Slime, it's definitely a relief. But, we knew it was going to be a tough path, man. D-Cola in the second round, Big Slime in the semifinals. And then the winner of Pablo and Drunk, Pablo being another one of my arch rivals. We knew it was going to be tough, man, but we're locked in. Job's not finished. We still got more to do.
All right, P. You got anything for him right now?
Phenomenal performance, man. To hold Big Slime to 7 points in a game is damn near unheard of. What can you say about the defense?
We watched some film as much as we could. There was a quick turnaround between, your game, you and I the other day, and this game. But we tried to watch a little bit of film from the game Slime and I played last season. Tried to watch a little bit of film on Slime's last game against Texas Tech. So we put together a game plan. It was a good defensive performance, man. Proud of the defense. Those guys really got after it. So really happy about it, man. On a game in which defense is kind of tough to play, it was definitely a great performance on that side of the ball.
Yeah, that's no kidding. I pointed out how hard defense is to play on this game, and you got back-to-back games with forced fumble, not to mention the interceptions that you had. I mean, defense just played lights out tonight, and those assistant coaches must have been putting in overtime in between the two games to have that much prep for someone, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, well, we'll come back to AD. We'll go over to Sauce, defeated in the semifinals by what some people would consider your arch nemesis across the league's history. How much does this one sting? Are we thinking about Georgia yet? And what do you say to all the people of Columbia?
Yeah, good game to AD. It's gonna be an uphill battle. Turn the ball over there that early. Really, I mean, the fumble early was just one of those deals. He made a really good. He made a good adjustments to the run game, and I kind of saw it there coming. But we like to do things anyway, and it didn't work out. We damn near had Taylor all but in the end zone, and for whatever reason, the ball just didn't get there. Maybe the corner just made a good play on it. From there, it was kind of just weren't prepared from that point. Really wasn't in the game plan to be behind that much early, and just kind of didn't go into our strengths, and just kind of snowballed. Shout out to the players that gave their full effort. We see the ones who didn't. Good luck to them in the NFL. Good luck to them next year, wherever they'll be. They won't be in Athens with me. And shout out to University for letting me coach here in the playoffs. It's all downhill for them from here. So recruiting on the field and everywhere else, we'll be giving belt to ass to South Carolina while we're at Athens. And that's just kind of where the mind state is.
Not one to mince his words. Seems like a nasty breakup. Rough scenes over there in Columbia. P, you got something?
Well, you're a better man than me, Big Slime, for sticking it out. You forced me to quit in the middle of a game last season.
I wanted to quit after. I wanted to after that, probably the third turnover. Go ahead with your question.
Bro. I mean, that's just basically what I was going to say. Is at a certain point you realize you just can't catch a break. Things aren't going your way.
Yeah, I thought AD was gonna save me there and run some clock, but he hit me with that 4 verts. I wasn't prepared for it. Then I looked at the clock and saw that it was above 2 minutes. So what are you gonna do?
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's okay. I would have loved to done the same.
We
just didn't have it.
A lot of RPO games going on here recently, and you did get a pick on that RPO.
Yeah, hey, shout out to William Clyde. Clyde always gives his best effort. Can't say the same for the quarterback of the offense.
Well, you can't win them all, Big Slime. As someone that's lost a bunch in big games, I'm here to tell you. And we're looking forward to seeing you in Georgia, bud.
Yep. Go Dogs. We're coming back home.
All right, well, a good season from Slime falls short yet again. We'll see what he can build over in Athens. For AD, my only question is, you await the winner of the semifinal game between Oregon and USC. I have a feeling I know the answer, but I'm just going to ask you, who would you rather see? Some comments by you in the past across multiple schools tell me who you probably don't want to see, but what are you looking for in this next game?
I will answer that question in just a minute, Hell State, but I do want to make it clear. I hope Big Slime found no disrespect from that last touchdown. Playing a guy like Slime, you never feel safe. No lead feels safe. So I hope he knows there was disrespect. Nothing but respect for Slime. Good game, buddy.
To be honest, I was trying to bait you on that one. It just didn't get over there.
I figured you were. I went with
Just
quick
get one
snap
more.
because I hadn't really done that all day. So I went for it. But to answer your question, Hell State, yeah, man. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter who play. I mean, I know that's probably not the answer you're wanting, but both of these guys, I would say Pablo is one of my arch rivals in the league. Had some really good games. A lot of respect for him and his program, his play style. He's a really good player. But you know what? Drunk has given me some good games too, man. I mean, we've been in some really tight, contested ball games before. So, Drunk's kind of a wild card. I think on any given day, anybody in the league. And then obviously Pablo, he can beat anybody in the league on a given day too. So no real preference, but we will be watching this next game. I will tell you that we are going to do a scouting, and maybe we can get this title game in tonight, man.
Let's get it. We got position changes to get to, damn it.
I think everybody would like to see that. We want to get to what some people consider the best part of the year, the off season. But I'll leave you with one last question and kind of an opportunity here. This whole GOAT debate seemingly comes down to you and Sauce. You're sitting at 2-0 against him. He's going to a new job. Your beloved Georgia Bulldogs.
I think we're tied all
Is
time.
that going to add a? Well, yes, I'm saying 2-0 in the new game. Does that add a little bit of spice to this rivalry, or are you just going to keep looking at it like just another day?
Well, I tell you what, first of all, it's an honor to even be considered in the GOAT conversation. We'll let the media handle that. We don't really get into all that. But I tell you, it's going to be a little weird taking on my beloved dogs. It's going to be bittersweet, man. I guess I kind of see how Turf feels with Drunk Fest taking Oregon. It's a little tough. I mean, you see those AI videos, you see the trash talk in the chat with the Georgia stuff. I mean, you kind of like it as a Georgia fan, but then again, Slime's one of my arch rivals, man. So it's a little funny space to be in, but I know Slime's going to do big things at Georgia. I mean, he's going to recruit like an absolute monster over there. He's going to get anybody he wants. It's going to be a heck of a team, man, and really great atmosphere. Road games playing in Sanford. He's probably never going to lose a home game again.
Invite you over.
I mean,
We'd love to have you.
We'll see what the schedulers come up with, but yeah, man, it's bittersweet. But we wish Slime the best at Georgia, my beloved dogs.
All right, well, if no one else has anything to say, we can get on the plane to the other semifinal, Oregon versus USC. The winner will play Arizona State in the national championship. For P, for Brink, for Tony, who's been sitting in here quiet, I'm Hail State signing off. We will see you guys shortly.